Hey everyone, this is Dan, the GM, voice of all the NPCs of What the Dice. Speaking of What the Dice, this is Season 2, and we are doing Shadowrun with a bunch of homebrew. Let's meet the players.
I'm Tizzy, and I play Voltage. Don't let this face fool you, let it shock you instead.
I'm Ethan, I play Cypher, the street samurai that cuts straight to the heart of the problem.
Nightlin here, and I play Sparkles, that satyr that has a heart of gold and a pocket full of glitter. Or was it grenades?
Hi, I'm Jared. I play P. Dexter, and the only thing faster than my bit rate is my wit rate.
Listener discretion advised. Content warning level green. Standard Shadowrun subject matter. Foul language. Sex, violence, drugs. For all of our content warning, none of these subjects go into graphic detail, but it is involved in the story of the episode. Listener discretion advised.
As the camera fades in, we look around. We find ourselves in a cafeteria. We see vending machines strewn across the walls, signs that say things like, protect yourselves against corporate espionage, change your password monthly, things of that nature. As we look around, we're trying to figure out exactly which corporation cafeteria we're stuck in. Then we start to notice the badges. And of course, we are in Renraku. We take a deep breath as we look around. Simon's gotta be somewhere around here. Then we find him. We see him opening and closing different refrigerators. He looks like he is annoyed. Then we see him pull out a bag. It's square in shape, clearly a lunch bag. As he opens it up, we can see this look of irritation as he pulls out an empty sandwich bag and an empty can of soda. It seems as if someone has stolen Simon's lunch. He takes his bag, shoves it back into the refrigerator, and walks over to a vending machine and begins to select his meal. A sandwich, chips, and a drink. Just something to fill his belly while he fills his time. As he walks over to the table, he sits down, pulls out his tablet, and begins to write up a report complaining about someone stealing his lunch. It has happened so often that Renraku has a pre-filled out form that you can submit to HR and will get a response within 1 to 2 business days. Holidays pending. But of course, it's Renraku. Can we really trust what they have to say? Once the form is filled out, Simon slides an earbud in his ear and starts to flip through the channels. There's a moment where there's quietness, and then the static. Hoy, 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 chummers. How's it going out there? Eddie Sparks here. Well, of course you know who I am. No one can mistake my sultry voice. Well, in theory. That's neither here nor there. So, let's talk runners, shall we? Well, so it seems as if Sparkles and P. Dexter had themselves to hit the Rusty Pickle. Now, between you and me, if I went to a club and it was called the Rusty Pickle, I would not, and I repeat, would not ask why the name is the name. You never want to know. These people are perverted and weird and my type of people. But that's besides the point. So what they were doing there? That's pretty simple. Trying to get a lead on where they're going. So, what'd they find? Well, they found a tweaker taking some strange drug that makes his eyes glow blue. Man, I don't know what it is. I don't want to know what it is, but I kind of want to know what it is. Well, seems they got to move on with this plan. Meet up with the team, trade stories, and move on. Hopefully they'll get some leads to get them to that easy payday.
We pan across the Golden City and we see
All the digital clocks roll to 12 o'clock. We hear the simple chime as the world of the wage slaves are all exiting their offices and heading to lunch. But the wage slaves aren't what we're here for. We pan over and we find our set of runners. Where would you guys like to meet for your meetup, your lunch?
I don't know.
I mean, Motorhaven's always a safe bet. 404 is a safe bet.
Well, yeah.
Just meeting in a park is a safe bet. I mean, the world is your oyster.
Sparkles is always down to meeting where there's food.
Yeah.
Somewhere with soy tacos.
Yeah, I was thinking food truck would be nice.
Ooh, yeah, let's do a food truck.
Okay. So food trucks. That's easy enough. In the Golden City, there's this great little area between the warehouse and the area where Cypher and Voltage call home. It is locally known as Food Truck Alley. It's not really an alley, it's an old park that the plants don't grow anymore thanks to the acid rain. But all the food trucks in the area park there for warehouse workers and all the different type of people that work in the area to come and grab the greasiest but the most delicious food you can find in all of the Golden City. There is easily 50 food trucks here, serving everything from simple soy burgers to delicacies like soy sushi.
Okay, for once something sounded gross, which was soy sushi.
Yeah, I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Yikes, though.
More like you probably don't want to know what it is.
Well, Sparkles is probably going to be the first one there noshing down on something. I don't know. I'm thinking some type of like fancy corn dog or chili dog or hot dog kind of thing today since we're with food trucks. She always goes for tacos. This time it's going to be like a soy dog of some kind. Her bright colors as always. Her neons are on. Her horns are glowing. Probably sitting up on a table somewhere waiting for everybody.
This is within walking distance of my place.
Yep.
Yep, I'll go ahead and show up now. See if I can spot a Sparkles in the food truck area.
It's not hard.
Come up to the table and see what she's snacking on this time.
Right now there's probably a corn dog in each hand and one of them's going, home, noms.
What, no soy taco this time?
Because I get soy tacos all the time. These corn dogs are the best. That particular food truck, as she points at the corn dog one, is hard to find. It moves around this city so much.
Good to know. I'll go over and get myself a couple corn dogs then.
Yeah, I'm taking public transit, so it's going to take me a little bit, but I'll still try to shoot it to get there around this time.
Yeah, that's simple enough. It's one of the like main hubs of this area, so getting there's not hard.
Well, I can spot a Dayglow mile away, so
She is easy to spot.
I'll head on over to the glowing horns there. Is that a new shade of green that they've made, or did you manage to cook that one up yourself?
Custom colors, baby. As she like flicks her collar, even though it's completely unnecessary. It's already standing up.
It looks fantastic. I like it.
I thank you. Did you get a good
All
night's
right.
sleep?
Oh, yeah. I had to pop into work for a little bit this morning.
Yeah, day job's a day job, right?
It helps me keep my place.
What day job doesn't? She goes, anyways, if you like corn dogs, she'll point out to the truck where Cypher's standing. Hit that place up. If not, she'll just wave her arms open. Take your choosing.
I think I have a more discerning palate than corn dogs. How are the soy tacos?
Oh, there's some good ones. That one over there deep fries them.
Oh, okay, done.
I'll come back in Sparkles. You're not wrong. These are amazing.
Told you. Like, I don't go after corn dogs every day, but when I see that food truck here,
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna hop in the truck and head that way. Once out of the truck, lock it, of course. I'm gonna light one of my newly found cigarettes on the walk over to the food truck area that they're all around.
hey, how's your fancy smoke?
Don't know yet, just lit it. As he takes a huge puff.
This cigarette is strangely smooth. It has a strange chocolate cocoa kind of aftertaste as you exhale, but it is definitely worth the money that had been spent.
Doesn't have much of a bite. It's actually pretty sweet.
Huh. Who knew?
Definitely worth it.
Well, now you know where you can get him.
If he's still there.
Something tells me he kind of like is always there.
Great.
Voltage, man, you gotta get some of these sword dogs. They are amazing.
I don't think anything will go good with this.
Never know, it could bring out the flavor.
Maybe some ice cream?
Here, why don't you try? As Voltage hands the cigarette over to Cypher.
Give it a try.
And I have the chocolatey overtones. Chocolatey, like that chocolatey, like powdery cocoa.
Hold on for a couple moments. He's like, that's not bad. Not my thing, but it's not bad.
Would it go good with a street lunch?
I mean, at this point, I think anything goes well at the street lunch. I'm kind of hungry.
Alright, I guess I can go for some more street tacos.
She'll point out where Dexter went going, if you like them deep fried. That's the place.
The messier the better, as long as it doesn't touch my suit.
It's deep fried. There's no promises.
Voltage would take a bite as the other half of his body is predominantly like butt stretched out one way as the food is making very, very sure that none of it touches his clothes. Very awkward like.
Okay, that's some serious level of dedication there to not getting something on that suit, man.
Are you done babysitting that cigarette?
Yeah, I think I thought you took it back already, man. My bad.
Thank you. As he takes another huge puff.
So
So what's up?
Exactly.
She goes, well, we can give you the updates of what went down here, looking around to all the crowds. Or we can, like, walk and talk somewhere?
Nah, walk and talk is always a good idea.
I'm not done eating, but sure, I'll walk and eat.
We can wait until you're done, so you don't mess up that suit.
Oh, I figured y'all wanted to watch me walk all insanely like while I eat my food.
I
Not
mean, it
gonna
is
lie.
kind of funny to watch an elf be bent over that much.
It's not the worst you've seen.
You're right, I've seen worse. But once everyone's done noshing down on whatever food that they have gathered, and I'm guessing they're walking and talking, Sparkles will sit there and go, well, first and foremost, you missed a hilarious display of Dr. D here getting to flirt with an elf.
I was gonna say, I thought you were not into elves, man.
It's not my finest moment.
It was a gloriously hilarious moment.
All right, well, spill it. Let's hear it.
He goes, well, okay, so we got to this place. Don't ask, or ask, maybe. I'm not going to tell you. You can figure that one out on your own about why it's called the Rusty Pickle. But, we didn't see the dude that we're looking for there. But we did find a guy peddling the stuff that he might be peddling out.
That's definitely good news that we at least located where it's going at this point.
Well, we also don't know who's doing the peddling, right? Like, they could already be giving it to that guy to peddle there. Or not. Like, we're not really sure. It's not like we can go up and be like, hey, are you, like, legally peddling this thing from these guys? Like, we couldn't do that, but we did get our hands on it.
So we are for sure that the box had the markings on it as previously told about?
It was the jar of blue glittery stuff.
Ah, yes. Okay.
So there wasn't really markings, but it was the merchandise that was described to us. Past that, though, we don't know who the guy got it from. But we do know that it's there.
Well, it's
So
a start.
It's a start. It's not concrete evidence of anything, but it is a start.
Oh, the next place they said was the construction yard, and then
Well, we still gotta know if this guy's even going there. We don't know that. We didn't see him. We just found a dealer wheeling and dealing the stuff that our dude might be trying to wheel and deal. So there's no concrete evidence of anything. You guys are gonna have to go in and see if you get lucky tonight or tomorrow, whenever you go, whether it's tonight or tomorrow or whatever. So we still got to know whether he's showing up here or not.
Yeah, I think more playing is needed in order to make this work. Is there a way that we can find some sort of schedule on when he's going to be at each location?
Well, that's getting Dexter in to hack the system then. The hope was to find this guy there so we could get his hands on his phone. But we didn't really get the hands on the phone because the guy wasn't there. So if you guys go back, maybe you'll see if he's there or not.
But I did get my hands on a phone.
Yeah, so maybe you can do something with that?
I got an idea.
What's your idea?
Well, let's see if we can't get these guys set up. I'm not going and flirting with a construction worker. I already did my guy for me.
Well, are we going? I thought we were still going back to the Rusty Pickle to see if that guy shows up before going to the construction. Huh?
We definitely can. Are we going to split up again, or are we all going to go?
I thought we'd split up, because that would be weird if you and I came back and then there was 2 more people.
Yeah, I don't know. He might be a little weirded out.
Yeah, and who knows who else is watching there. It's one thing to see just 2 random new people show up. Lol, that's funny. They don't come back. No one's going to think anything about that. You know?
Yeah, but if more people show up together, yeah, I get you.
So I say it's their guys' turn. Maybe they'll get lucky tomorrow night. You know, we can wait a week, come back the next week on a different day if we need to. I don't know. We might get lucky and see if he's there.
Sounds good to me.
How about the location of the Rusty Pickle? Was there any nearby buildings that one could perch on and just wait for our person to show up and then watch?
Dude, this is literally out in the middle of no man's land. There's nothing around but a couple of cactuses. Like,
that actually might be perfect. So that means we would see a car or something come by. We can check the car at a distance, of course. Check the car to see if that's the person we're looking for. And if it is, then we can comms and bring everybody out. Maybe split up one person at each location and do kind of the same thing all around.
it might be weird just having somebody sit in their vehicle outside of a strip club in the middle of no man's land. But maybe that's not as weird as I think. I don't know. That sounds weird to me.
I'd have questions.
Yeah. And like the bouncer's going to sit out there and be like, why is there a dude or 2 dudes sitting in the car instead of coming in? It's not like there's anything else out there.
I was going to say, yeah, and I don't think I could pass as a very good cactus, despite my best efforts.
Ooh, maybe we can like build a little cactus and pretend to be one. There you go. Like cartoon cut out the eyes.
Yeah, you could just stand like this as Voltage, torques his arms up in like a field goal position, making it look like a cactus.
You might actually pass as a cactus there, man.
You're taller than me. You're more of a cactus than I am.
Hey, man, they're short cactuses.
Exactly. Cactuses come in all different shapes and sizes, man. She goes, but if you 2 go tonight, tomorrow, whatever, and stake out the place, go in, be friendly, blah, 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 see if you see them. I don't know, maybe me and Dexter can, come up with a game plan on what to do at the construction yards or something. Like, if we can't find this guy coming to this, who knows? He might come to the strip club, once a month. Who's to say? Maybe he shows up weekly. We don't know. We're just kind of stabbing at the dark. Maybe find another way around to finding what this guy's scheduled out. Because if we go to the construction yard, we're going to have to pretend to be janitors or something. And again, we still don't know what day he goes there either.
Yes, I think staking out the places where we don't have to actually hide who we are is going to be easier than, say, going to the strip club where we can just go as is.
Agreed.
What are the other locations? We have the construction yard, we have the strip club, and what else do we have?
Warehouse.
A warehouse, so that would also be something that we would need uniforms for, right?
Yeah, and we have the contact with that one lady. So, we can get the uniforms while you guys stake out the place, the, Rusty Pickle.
We could get uniforms, but people that are there won't recognize our face. Now, I don't know if they would care enough to know faces amongst their peers, but again, I think the bar is probably our best bet because just anybody can walk in and be okay.
the other two places, everybody there knows everybody else, I would assume.
Yeah, that's why we gotta
And-
blend in as like new janitor people or something. It's a warehouse. People have overlapping shifts, and some people never see each other because they have different shifts. Like, that's why we can go and do some research.
I'm fine with whichever. What do you think? Should we do the Rusty Taco today, or should we go ahead and do the warehouse or the construction yard?
Rusty Taco,
Rusty Pickle.
Sorry, the Rusty Pickle.
The Rusty Taco sounded good too, though.
Oh my god, that's another strip somewhere, I'm sure.
I just had tacos.
I like
Sorry,
it.
I like tacos. They should have named it better.
Oh, that was cute.
So it sounds like back to the Rusty Pickle then.
Yep, you two are up.
Hop in, big guy.
Are you guys going during the day, or are you waiting till tonight?
That's a good question. We went
Yeah.
during the night. Do you guys want to see? I don't know. Maybe he shows up during the day. I have no idea.
Anything we need to know about this place from your guys' trip in there?
She'll look at Dexter like trying to think of anything.
No, man, just enjoy yourself.
It's a strip club. There's bar, order some drinks, kick back and relax.
Just keep your eyes peeled.
Remember, you're looking for an elf.
With
And
the
there's the
Rusty Pickle?
one drug dealer elf. That's not him.
Got it. Drug dealer elf, not the elf we're looking for.
No, but he's got some good shit depending on what you're into.
What do you say, Voltage? Do we want to go during the day or at night?
B Squad's gonna be out during the day, man.
I mean, maybe he goes there during the day. I don't know.
Yeah, sure, we can go into the day. What time is it right now?
12:30?
Do you want to head there now?
I'm gonna look up and see if they're even open at this hour.
Strangely enough, this is a 24-hour strip club.
It's a 24-hour strip club. Have fun, boys.
Hop on in, let's go.
I will hop in the truck and ride with them to the Rusty Pickle.
Hey, everyone, this is Dan, the GM. This is the mid-roll. So, if you have just started listening to the show, why are you here? This is episode 30. Go back 30 episodes. Catch up. Go on. I'll wait here. Caught up? Cool. Welcome back. Well, first and foremost, I need to thank everyone out there for listening. Your continued support in listening to the show weekly has definitely showed in our numbers, and I can't thank you enough for that support. We do ask that if at all possible, if you have a rating or review system on any of the podcatchers that you are listening on, please give us a rating and review. It does help us grow, and it does help us fight that vicious algorithm dragon that we constantly are dealing with. If you also want to help support the show financially, you can head on over to patreon.com/whatthedice, and you will get all sorts of perks. You'll get access to our artwork, you'll get early releases of episodes, and Nightland and I are still working on I guess we're going to call it a mini-series. We're still working on the finite details. We have already picked the system, we kind of have an idea for the story, we're just doing the finalization before we start hitting the ground running on that recording aspect of it. And of course, with all of that, you get a shout out on our website and on each and every episode. So Lady Lumi, A Relic, and Ethan, thank you for all your continued support. It means the world to us. And of course, it would not be the mid-roll without a promo. This month's promo has, of course, been Tales from the Stuffer Shack, a Shadowrun podcast that I have been listening to and absolutely adoring. So let's take a look at their promo, shall we?
Hello, Stuffer Shack customer. How may I stuff your shack?
That's right! We're back to stuff your shack, chummer! Grab yourself a handful of stuffers, microwave those instant burritos, and get ready to get back to the shack!
Are you Shadowrunners? No.
No, we're Stuffer Shack employees.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. This is really strange.
Returning by popular demand, this re-release of the hit 2017 Shadowrun Anarchy actual play podcast follows Mika and Augustus, two underperforming clerks,
I don't think we're getting an award, man. That doesn't sound right.
as they stumble through the trials and tribulations of working the night shift in a Redmond Barons convenience store. Remastered, bigger, bolder, girthier.
I like giving Brad shit. I like ruining Brad's day. I like when Brad ruins my day. Oh my god. Oh my god, Mika.
I think you might have a thing for Brad.
Tales from the Stuffer Shack.
You guys have been going at this for a while.
Yeah. And the sick twisted part is that I can't imagine my life without him.
If you want to check them out for yourself, if you head on down into the descriptions, you will find links for everything, including their show, our artwork, as well as everything else that we talk about. So I'm going to shut up and get back to the episode. Again, thank you, and I'll see you in the next mid-roll. The ride to outside of town is rather short. The no man land is definitely that. Overdevelopment and greed from corporations have dried out and nearly destroyed most of this area. You see homeless and the outcasts have moved into this area, squatting in what remains of some buildings that the acid rain and just time have not claimed. The Rusty Pickle is rather different. Most of the building is actually made from metal. It has been spray painted and tagged by different passer gangs. And seeing you're there early afternoon, there's no line. There is a bouncer outside leaning against the wall, but nothing seems out of place.
Well, now I can see why No Man's Land gets its reputation and name from.
You got that right. I'm gonna come over to Sparkles and P Dexter and let them know if we needed anything other than our ID, I guess, to get in.
Nope. You'll just check whatever weapons you got if you brought them.
Weapons allowed or not?
Nope. And honestly, you ain't gonna need them. It's a strip club.
All right, Sparkle says no weapons allowed. Should we leave him in the truck?
I'll check my weapon at the door. Besides, you never know, someone might jack your truck while you're in there.
I will hide my guns in a niche corner, one somewhere else.
Okay.
Inside the truck.
All right. Easy enough done. You know your truck like the back of your hand, so you know where all the good hidey holes are.
Park the truck and ready to go in.
Yeah, let's get the show on the road.
Walking up, the bouncer's pretty quiet, points at a sign that says check weapons, and he points at a box for you to put the weapons in.
I will deposit my Warhawk in the box.
Once you do that, he gives you a once-over with a weapon detector. Seeing that you don't have anything, he scans your sins, whichever ones you pass, and it's a cursory glance, basically just going, yeah, they're old enough, and he lets you in. Inside the Rusty Pickle, things are very different during the day. It's actually busier than you would expect, but you see a lot of those middle management in those tacky suits, drinking, watching both elven and orc and troll dancers from all different genders dancing about. There's a sign in the back saying that the VIP rooms are currently closed. Behind the bar, you see a dwarf. They are using what looks like a motorized stool to move back and forth to serve drinks. If you would like, please give me a perception check.
2
hit.
The two of you look around, and if you could smell failure, and if you could smell giving up, that's the smell of this place. It is uncomfortable. It is definitely these middle managers that are here are stuck where they're at, and they come to the Rusty Pickle to forget. As you look around, you can see a couple of them are chatting back and forth as the lights pass around. You really can't get a exact tag on the smaller metatypes. You see a couple that look human, maybe elven, but nothing super stands out.
Well, I'm gonna casually walk around to see if I can't
Get a better look.
Roll me your edge.
3.
With 3 hits, you see a human. He is discussing something, and you see the glint of a glass bottle with a bright blue color being passed over to an elf. This elf is female. Her ears are sharpened and capped in what looks like gold. Her eyes have a blue sparkle to them as you see a cred chip get passed over.
Also come to P-Tex. Was the elf dealer a girl or a guy?
Definitely male.
Hey, Cypher, just saw a drug exchange with some of that blue liquid. Saw cred chip exchange over by that human and elven as he carefully points. Not obviously points, but kind of like a little head nod, like, hey, look over there.
He'll sideways glance in that direction, and on his vocally, he's like, all right, well, why don't we find ourselves somewhere to keep an eye on what's going on here and order some drinks and just blend in as best we can.
Sounds good to me. Far enough away to watch or close enough away to hear?
I say watch, because the Johnson said try to avoid any contact with the guy.
But that's not the guy.
No, but if he walks up, I don't want to be right next to them either.
Copy.
Between the two of you, who has the higher edge?
It's a trap.
Well, I have 6.
I have 6.
All right. One of you, please roll your edge.
Would you like to roll edge, sir, or would you like me to roll edge?
I've already rolled my edge today. Go right on ahead.
3 hits.
With 3 hits, you catch the edge of a conversation nearby. You see a elf. He is got greasy hair and is wearing a hoodie that is 2 sizes too big. His eyes are sparkly blue, and he is constantly rubbing his neck. You see him pick up his comlink, and you hear him mutter, something, 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 Angelo. No, 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 I've got the money. No, 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 no. And then there's a quick look around as he now looks very panicked.
Vocal. Hey, Voltage. Did you hear any of that?
Heard Angelo. Isn't that the name?
Uh-huh. Our guy here looks a little spooked and panicked. Wonder if Angelo's coming to pay him a visit.
Yeah, let's sit back and watch this. We'll stay close, but not too close to this guy.
We'll find ourselves a good spot to sit. Close enough that maybe we can keep an ear open, but not close enough to be a problem.
The music of the dancer is playing. They are dancing around as the door is pushed open. You see a troll. His face is scarred. His eyes are glinting red as he walks up to the man, leans in, and whispers something. The man with the blue eyes that is clearly on a downswing of whatever drug he's on, his eyes widen and starts to nod as the large troll with the red eyes hands him a briefcase. It is a small briefcase, something that a troll could easily hide in their person. As this large troll passes by, you guys notice the glint of black steel cyberware on his arm. He gives you a nod as he exits. Can I get a perception from both of you?
4.
Same here. 4 hits.
Both of you watch as this drug tweaker opens up the briefcase. You see stacks of cred chips, and you see some of this blue powder, except it's not in the glass vials that you're used to. It's in what looks like a syringe. He sticks it into his arm and injects it. His eyes instantly glow for half a second, and he seems calm. He slowly closes up the briefcase, picks up his phone, and you see him dial. There's a moment where he is tapping his foot on the bottom bar, clearly being impatient. You hear him again mutter, "Angelo, no, I've got it. No, I've got it. Yes, no, no. Call him off. I've got your cash. Yeah, all certified. We good? Okay, so the enforcer's not coming to beat my ass. Okay. All right, we're square. No, won't happen again." He sets his phone down and he drops his head into his hands. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
I'll message P. Dexter. P. Dexter,
Yo.
you said you got a hold of a phone yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Whose phone did you get a hold of?
Ugly elf.
Twitchy fellow, glowing blue eyes?
Yep, that'd be the one.
Yeah, I think our guy just contacted and threatened to kick the little guy's ass.
Oh?
Yeah, we heard him drop the name Angelo a few times on his phone, and apparently a case with money and a few syringes or something like that was brought into the elf by a really large red-eyed troll with black cyberware. Don't suppose you kept a back door to this guy's phone or anything, did you?
Dan, didn't I clone it?
You put a mark on it, so you have access to it.
Right. Apply, yeah, I can get into that phone.
Might be worth checking out to confirm if this guy's actually buying from Angelo at this point.
I might even pick up his burner.
Go for it.
Dan, do we know the troll?
You can roll Knowledge Golden City if you would like.
Capped it 2.
You don't remember his name, but you have seen his picture, and you know that he is seen with a gentleman known as King. There is a speculation that this particular troll is King's personal bodyguard, but no one's really ever talked to him, and no one really knows his name.
Sup, Vocal? Hey, Sparkles, how much do you know about King?
Enough to know you don't fuck with him. Why? What you got?
The troll that Cypher was explaining to Dex in our group messaging. I believe we have a troll here that's one of King's people that handed our elf fellow the case of creds.
Anybody get a good little picture of him? I can look him up.
Do either of you have cybernetic eyes?
Yeah, I have flare compensators on my eyes.
All right. So because of that, you technically don't have image link, so you wouldn't be able to send a video or send a picture. You would have to have an image recorder, image link.
I still rolled a golden ceiling knowledge to know what do I know specifically about this bodyguard.
Okay. What'd you get?
2 hits.
Same thing. You know you don't know the name, you know the face. It's one of those, he's always in the background, kind of in this, pinstripe suit, always got his arms crossed, always has that look of, he's the muscle.
Big old troll, pinstripe suit, kind of has a permanent look of don't frack around and find out.
Do burner phones have camera?
Yeah, they're just like our phones today.
I'm just gonna take a picture with my burner phone then.
Are you gonna try being stealthy about it?
Yes.
All right, please roll me sneaking.
I had a dream once. Oh, a 4!
With 4, you net 1, so you take the picture and you put the phone down as quickly as you pick it up, as Red Eyes glances over his shoulder at you, shrugs, and exits the room.
Did the elf follow, or is he still in the area?
He is still at the bar. His head is in his hands, and it almost sounds like he is crying or breathing really heavily.
Can I tell for sure?
Yeah, roll me a judge intentions.
6.
Have you ever been so relieved you are breathing heavy, crying, and laughing at the same time?
That's what this guy is?
Yes, this is he had a near-death experience, and now he is, well, also high, but is laughing and crying and breathing heavy and just trying to compose himself as he can. He is very distracted at whatever he is doing.
Hey, Cypher, you think he's distracted enough by his relief that we can talk to him? Or one of us, rather?
Maybe. I mean, if he was just threatened with absolute destruction and they sent that guy in here, the dude might jump on the table and give you a lap dance at this point. He might be so happy.
Is anybody sending me the picture, by the way?
Nobody else on our crew needs to deal with a rusty pickle.
I was gonna say that would have to be. Actually, did you get the picture?
I did get the picture.
Send it to Sparkles. And yeah, I'm really glad he didn't notice you because I really didn't want to have to get into a fist fight with that giant ass troll.
Is the burner phone linked to the comm link, or would that be something I would actually have to show her in person?
You can technically, with a burner phone, you can transfer the full any information to your main comm and then send it to wherever you want, or you can just text it from the from the burner phone.
Is there danger either way?
No, it's a burner phone. You can smash it if you don't need it.
Okay, I'll do so.
Yeah, you haven't given out the number, so you're safe. So you're sending that picture to
the group feed.
So you all see this large troll with eyes that have this glow to them, but they are not cybernetic. You see some cyberware that has this like metallic black to it, and he is a big troll. And as that message pings across the board, and all of you see this look of what could only be described as frack around and find out, or don't frack around and don't find out, we will end this episode here. The camera fades in and we find ourselves standing in the Renraku cafeteria. We see Simon sitting at the table by himself, a sandwich mostly eaten, his eyes mildly closed as he seems to be focused in on the story that is playing out in his ear, not noticing that all around him the other employees are starting to clean up. Seems as if the lunch hour has ended. He snaps in just for a moment, looking up at the clock. He has about 5 minutes. He quickly starts to eat the last of his sandwich as in his ear we hear that familiar static. Well, my friends. It seems as if our friends, the runners, have made themselves another lead. Looks like someone is tasting the product and double dealing with the mafias. Well, you know how there's 3 tenant rules of running? We go through it every week. You know, stick to the shadows, always keep your gun loaded, and never make a deal with the dragon. Well, in the Golden City, there's one, and it is don't frack around in King's business. This elf is, well, eventually you'll meet him, and eventually you'll hear how sick and twisted this man really is. He is calm, cool, and collected, but there's a darkness in those eyes, my friend. A darkness that wants to watch the world burn and become his. Well, we don't have to deal with him just yet, but the runners are inching ever so close to that line. Let's just hope that when the time comes, they can keep their eyes on the prize and stay out of the line of fire when it comes to King. Well, that lights are blinking, which means corpos are trying to track, and it's time for me to disappear until next time. Well, I've already said the tenants, but we'll say it again. My friends, don't forget, I'm Eddie Sparks. The rules of running are stick to the shadows, always keep your gun loaded, and never make a deal with a dragon. I'm at his box, and I am signing out.
Hey everyone, Nightland here, co-creator of What the Dice, and player of Sparkles for Season 2, to do some thank yous here at the end of our episode. First and foremost, I would like to thank each and every single one of you for listening. We would not be here today without you, and I do mean that sincerely. We never thought we would get this far, and knowing that there's someone out there, yeah, I'm talking to you, the one with the earballs listening right now. If it wasn't for you guys and us knowing that you're actually here and enjoying what you're listening to, we wouldn't have kept going, and it genuinely fills our heart with joy, and I want to make sure that we tell you every single time at the end of these episodes. We are eternally grateful. Second, we would like to take a moment to thank all the things that we use in our day-to-day What the Dicey ways. First up, Epidemic Sound for our sound effects and music, Podbean for being our host, Foundry VTT, and Forge VTT for creating their virtual tabletop gaming applications and services, Craigbot for our recordings, Catalyst Game Labs for Shadowrun, which is the current system we are running. And with that, if you can spare a moment of effort and want to help us out, the best thing that you can do is honestly, tell a friend, share us, drop a link in a Discord somewhere that you're a part of, or take that 2-second effort of hitting a like, hitting a follow, giving us a star rating. Whatever the button is on whatever it is that you're listening to us on goes a long way in helping us fight that horrible algorithm monster. Also, the Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary material used in the connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to What the Dice to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any proprietary material for the promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with What the Dice in any official capacity whatsoever.